My name is Cassy Summers. Welcome to the Curious Universe podcast. To the Curious Universe podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would like to explore with you the topic of receiving during the holidays, which is kind of opposite. Often we look at the holidays as gift giving, right? Like, what am I gifting to people? You might be looking at and some of you, maybe you are looking, I can't wait till I get gifts, and what are you going to receive this year? But how many of us really truly receive? Or how often is it accepting or taking the gifts that you are given? Woo! Everything that brings up and lets down. I have so many things on my desk. Will you destroy and uncreate all that, please? Right, wrong, good or bad, pocket pod, all 100 shorts, boys, beds, creations, bases, and beyonds. If that is an unfamiliar thing what I just said, and you're new to the show, please go to theclearingstatement.com for more information. That set of words that I just used is something that we call the clearing statement, and it just magically clears out energy because we bring stuff up and then it clears it up. So, yeah. Receiving is not the same as taking or accepting, right? Accept this, accept my present. And you're like, okay. And you accept it. That is not receiving. Is not what comes to you necessarily. And yet it can kind of bring up receiving, if you will. Receiving is, and I love this description. This was a description that I discovered from Gary Douglas. He's the founder of Access Consciousness. And it talks about receiving as a stepping into and an opening to everything the universe has available to you. That is very different if you look at that from a gift perspective, right? So let's say, I don't know, I'm going to use this for an example. Say someone gives you a little dragon egg and they're like, here. And so you can accept it. Oh, thank you. You can take it. Yeah, awesome. I deserve this because I gave you stuff before. So I'm having this. Because taking is always give and take. It's always an exchange. Accepting can just be accepting what's coming to you. Receiving would be where there would be an opening and a stepping into. I would be opening up and stepping into receiving this into my life. And when we receive, what starts to happen? When you truly receive something, does your body feel different? Do you change? If you're opening up and stepping into something, are you becoming more? Whether it's a little gift or a big gift, you might notice it more with a bigger gift because it's more extreme. But what if every time you received anything, it was, even if it was subtle, it doesn't have to be significant, but it was this opening up into something more because you now have more than you had before, right? And you opened up to more than you did before. Woo! Everything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy it and create it, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, POC and pod, all 100 shorts, boys, beds, creations, bases, and beyonds. So now if you get kind of curious and observe, what are some times in your life where you receive something so big that to have it, you had to change. Or you didn't receive it and then you discarded it. Like I remember years ago, I love clothing. I love jewelry. I love fashion. I love style. I love, oh my God, I love it so much. And I would never spend money on myself. And I was also in a marriage that promoted me never spending money on myself, especially on things like clothing. Although we would buy him like $100 shirts, and if I spent even $20, I was made to feel guilty about like a $20 t-shirt. Um, and so one year, uh, I won $1,000 shopping spree at just the local mall. Okay, like nothing crazy fancy, but for me that was so huge. It was like, and I just couldn't believe it. I was just I was I was in such shock. And I remember going shopping with someone who I should never have gone shopping with. And it was like I couldn't receive it. I would just like I couldn't find anything I liked. And normally I can always find clothes that I love. And I was like, nothing. And then I kind of ended up wasting a lot of it. And then I spent some of it on other people. And like by the end of it, I think I received a few cool things, but it wasn't like, oh my God, if right now someone was like, here's $1,000, go shopping, I would have the time of my life. But I have worked really hard on increasing my receiving. At that point, my receiving was very, very minimal. So it wasn't receiving it. I fought against it, and then I accepted it, you know, and then I received a very small percentage of it. Ooh, so ever you've been there and done that, and it might not just be objects, it could be people, you know. Um, I've had some really incredible people show up in my life, and for a very long time, I never acknowledged that. It was like I am a magnet for evil, controlling people. They all want to come and they want to control me and put me down and take me down, which is also true. But I have had some really incredible people. But when those people have shown up in my life, I was not receiving them. I would just like this gift, like this, just like this $1,000 shopping spree I had received. I would receive small amounts of their kindness and small amounts of their generosity and their presence, just small amounts that I could kind of control. Talk about control freak. Oh, and I know that a big part of that was what I would have had to step into to receive all of that would have shattered some fundamental things I believed about myself, about the world, and about me with the world. And I didn't cognitively know any of this was going on, but it was there. It was showing up, it was in my universe. And sometimes you can look back and acknowledge someone that just showed up so vulnerably and beautifully with so much loving, kind energy and go, wow, hey, I didn't receive him, or I didn't receive her, I didn't receive them. Whether it's like in a romantic place or it could just be in friendship, it could be a family member, you know? It could be some of us our own kids. A lot of parents won't receive from their kids because they think their job is to gift, gift, gift. So, okay, as we're entering the holidays, I love the holidays. I love this time of year. I make it my own. And I've always loved gift giving. I was the weirdo kid that my siblings would be tearing into their gifts and I'd be like there watching. Like so like oh yeah, and I forget to open up my own because I'd be so like in awe of them receiving, of watching them open up gifts. I remember being in grade 3 and we were supposed to write, what's your favorite thing about Christmas? And every out of 30 kids, okay, 29 of them wrote presents, getting presents. And I wrote, I love the expression on the faces of my family when they receive my gifts. Or maybe it was just gifts. And my teacher actually took me aside. She said, who told you to write this, honey? Like, who, who said this to you? And I was like, no one. Because I never, no one did. I've never heard anyone. But she just asked me, and that was what was true for me. You ask a question and access is what's true for you. And that was just what was true for me. And it was kind of like, she just kind of looked at me like I was so strange. And I started to wonder, I was very young at the time. So I was like, I wonder why that's so strange. And it's still one of my greatest pleasures. But I have worked really hard at also because then I have people that give to me, and I'm very good at accepting now. Before, again, I would fight, and now I'm like, I can accept. Thank you. I can accept that. But am I willing to receive it? Am I willing to like really open and step into a new space to have this now in my life? That is, I'm still work in progress, but I am so much greater at it than ever before. And I realized that I had made not receiving right. Somewhere I had made like that's a humble thing. That's a good person thing. That's a nice person thing. That's like when you don't receive, no, 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 don't worry about me. No, I don't need it. Oh, I have trouble receiving. And then I'm like, oh, look at they're so kind and wonderful. Look at them having a hard time receiving. I made that so right. And again, back to this kind of platform of who I thought I was, this basis of my reality of this is good and true. So if I become the person that can just receive, then I'm no longer that person that I had decided was so wonderful. And I don't want to not be wonderful. I don't want to be the person that just like is over here receiving with ease. Here's the thing, my friends. If you can't be over here receiving with ease, what are your money flows looking like? Not easy, that's for sure. So I had to let that go. That and still every once in a while it'll perk up in my universe and I'm like, kill that. Kill that shit. That's not true. And yeah, some people will judge that. Some people will go, "Oh my God, look at them. They're so beautiful for not receiving." But I love watching Queer Eye. I don't know if you've seen that show. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I just love everyone in it. They're so amazing. And every participant is so wonderful and unique. And there's those that are like have that trouble receiving. And then there's those that like just like crumble into receiving. And I gotta tell you, that's when I'm crying. That's when I'm seeing the true beauty of someone in that vulnerability of receiving, and their whole world like absolutely transforms. They are not the same person at the end of those 5 weeks. Like you can perceive, even from an energetic point of view, the complete difference in them. With the others that, struggle and yeah, they're maybe right in this reality and they have some change, but you can also tell the limited amount of change. You can perceive that they chose like 3% of what they could have jumped into, what they could have had. And it doesn't make them right or wrong. What if the ultimate receiving being that like open, you know, beautiful invitation to receiving, what if that's not right either? It's not a judgment, it's a choice. And here I am as I evolve and I move forward in my life and I'm asking for more and more and I'm demanding more and more of myself, of consciousness, of this world that we live in. I know that I require to receive more because there is a power, a potency, and a true gift in receiving. When someone receives you entirely, or at least is at least as close to entirely as is possible, okay? That is transformative to the person being received. I know this to be true. because it's rarely happened for me, but it has happened. And I endeavor to be that for others. And so when I'm with someone, when I'm one-on-one with a client, if I'm in a group facilitation, if I'm just even having breakfast with a friend, I always endeavor to receive all of them, to receive their being, to receive without a point of view, even receive their judgments, receive their insanities, receive all of it without a point of view, and just be in that receiving. Now, when it comes to things, that's been the trickier spot for me. So I was looking at this year and I'm doing a 25-day countdown to Christmas, all right? So I'm doing asks and we have a free advent calendar. We'll link it in the description below. Please check it out. I would love for you to jump on there and have these ask prompts. And it's all about asking and allowing those things to show up. And when we ask things, it's like putting your generative energy into the universe to start to the motion of actualization, right? So as I'm asking for so much more, I also have to upgrade my receiving. I have to upgrade my receiving so I can receive what I'm asking for because there's no point in asking for all this stuff and then leaving it at the door, you know? Like ordering from Amazon and then never opening the packages and just letting them pile up. So this holiday, like what if you really looked at everything that you were gifted? Whether, you were gifted, you go to the what like I don't know, you go get your hair done and they have like little Christmas chocolates and they offer you one and you actually like receive it rather than accepting, oh, thanks. I'll take this, you know? What if you receive that? Like receive the energy of it. Receive the kindness of it. Receive the obligation that maybe someone was functioning from. It doesn't matter what it is. It's not just receiving the light fluffy things that we've decided are beautiful. It's like being willing to receive everything without a point of view and opening up to that receiving. Woo! Yeah. So those little things, but what if even those bigger things? Like what if you received a hug from someone and it changed your whole world? What if it healed your body? What if you allowed a space of receiving, a choice of receiving that is so far beyond this reality that it alters you and everyone around you? And that doesn't mean you're going to burst into tears all the time. You're going to have these big emotional things. And it might, I know that that can show up for me sometimes. My body can tear up with when it is receiving dynamically. And what if that's okay? And even if you someone gives you a gift and you're like, "Oh, here's like a doily from grandma," and you don't like doilies and you don't ever put them out in your house and you're never going to do anything with them. What if you received it as like the gift of it? What is the gift of this? And receive that. Wow, thank you so much, Grandma. You poured your energy into this. Your hands labored. Your eyes worked to create these intricate patterns. Like you put your energy into it. And even if it wasn't, maybe you have a nasty grandma that's not even very nice and she does it out of obligation. She does it because she has to, or she does it because she's bored. It doesn't even matter because it's not about their intention. It's not about all of that stuff and making it right or making it wrong. It's actually going into like, what could I receive from this? And you receive it, you step into it, you open and you step into it and you receive it all. And then you can gift it away. You don't have to, it doesn't mean you keep this stuff. It doesn't mean it piles up in your house and you need to like hold on to these things. It's actually it's actually very different. Whew. It's a very different possibility to receive and and just choose what to do with like the residuals, if you will. There's such a gift in that. So I would like you to play with this holiday. I would like you to flip it around. be the gift that you are. Gift all the stuff. If that's fun for you, keep gifting. I know I'm going to be. I've been on the lookout for all this stuff. I've been having so much fun gifting so far, like pulling together things. And I always ask when I gift, like, what could I gift someone that would expand their life or change their reality? Those are the kinds of gifts I get really excited about. So be the gifter that you are, but would you also be willing to step into receiving in a different way? Would you also be willing to open to receiving more dynamically than you ever have before? And if you're joining us in this Ask Advent calendar, we have an Advent calendar. I also have a 25-day program that you can jump in with us. And we're going to do 3 calls. 2 of them are facilitation calls. One is a Symphony of Possibilities group taster session. So yummy, delicious, energy, magic. And we're going to be exploring this power of asking. So if you're in that, I would also love for you, and whether you're in it or not, maybe you're just doing the free calendar, whatever's fun for you. As you're asking, would you be willing to also look at stepping into being the beautiful receiver that you can be, to receive this holiday season more than you ever have before, and just ask, what would it take? What would it take to receive more this holiday season than I ever imagined possible, than I ever thought I possibly could? And demand of yourself to choose that, even if you think it's going to kill you. What if you could choose it, even if you think it's going to kill you? It's not. But I know I've been on the receiving end of such kindness, I thought it was going to kill me. So I see you. What if it wasn't going to kill you? What if it was actually going to like open you up? Like I had said, that limited reality, that's what it killed eventually. And he did it in a very slowed and controlled way. But it died. That concept that was never me. It never belonged to me. It was never true for me. And once I allowed that to die with ease, oh my gosh, I got to have something completely different in my life. And you could have that too. You could be the dynamic receiver that gifts to the world just by receiving and changes your world just by receiving all things. No matter if they're pretty or ugly, they're big or small, you have the capacity to receive it. It is a capacity to receive, and you might need to build that capacity, like building a muscle, right? You might need to grow it. You might need to strength train. You might require that, and that is okay. It's okay. Wherever you're at, just ask for more. Wherever you're at right now is wonderful. Don't judge it. But will you ask for more receiving, and step into it? Beautiful you. Happy holidays. I can't wait to explore more holiday stuff with you. This whole month is going to be a holiday palooza. I mean, a new word. Because I love it and it's fun for me. So hopefully it's a contribution to you. And I'll see you in the next episode of Curious Universe Podcast, where we bypass the structures of reality so that you can truly receive your own magical reality. See you in the next one.
Thank you for exploring the curious universe with me. Your curiosity matters. And what if together we could create a greater, more curious world?